Hello students, in today's class we will first revise the pandas and then we move on to the next topics in this unit. So what is pandas? Pandas is a short form for panel data system, which is actually a Python module which is used to store, manipulate and analyze data. A panda has three basic structure to store and analyze data. The number one is series. So in the last class I have told you how to create a series. Let's revise that. A series is a named index, labeled index list, you can say. It is a list in which index are labeled. Okay, so what are the features of pandas? So I have written over here some of the features of pandas. Let's take a view on one and each. Number one, it can read and write heterogeneous format of data, as in the case with data frame. Means you can store different kinds of data in a particular data frame. Its data and size both are mutable. This is also the case of data frame. Actually in pandas we can create number one, series, second, data frame, and third, panel, which is not in the syllabus. So series can contain only homogeneous data type, but in pandas we have other data type, data frame, which can store different type or heterogeneous data format. Also the data in series is mutable, but its size not mutable. But in the case of data frame we have data and size both are mutable data frame. So you have to write this into the bracket that this is both characteristics is with pandas data frame. It offers good input output capabilities, means storing and retrieving data is very easy. It can easily subset or combine data set. You can combine two series, two data frames together by using only the plus sign. So it is very, you have concatenate function to combine data frames and series. So it is very easy to subset, means divide the data frame into different set, or you can combine different data frame into a single unit. So it is easy. It allows individual as well as group operation on data. So in this class we will discuss what is data frame. And in data frame it is a table like structure in which we can perform operations on grouped data. It supports data visualization, means you can directly draw histogram and other kinds of graph from the data frame, from the pandas. Reshaping of data is easy. You can convert one-dimensional data like series into the two-dimensional data like data frame. It is easy. It has the capabilities to find and fill missing data values. Missing data values represented as NaN, not a number. So if any data is missing within the data frame or series, you can fill it with NaN, and even you can replace it with any other values. We will discuss this in detail in further classes. Next, Pandas can store data from other RDBMS like MySQL or other RDBMS. So data frame of pandas is very capable to store data retrieved from different RDBMS like MySQL. So this is one of the topic that should be discussed in the first class, but because the video becomes too long, so I am discussing over it here. What are the features of pandas? This is some of the features of pandas. Okay, so now move to the remaining features, or you can say operation on series. So as I told you today also, that a series is a list having labeled index. We have done scalar operations, vector operations and other operations on series, and learned how to create series. In this class, let's move to more functions and capabilities of series. So the first function is head and other is tail. As their name specify that head will fetch the rows from the top and tail will fetch the rows from bottom. If you ignore the argument n written over here, then head function will return first 5 rows. Similarly, if you have not given n in the tail function, then it will return the last 5 rows. Here n represent the number of rows. So head will fetch n number of rows from the top and tail will fetch or return last n rows from the bottom. So take an example to understand this. Import pandas as pd s is equal to pd dot series. We are making a series. So the data is 10, 20, 30 and 40, and labeled index is equal to ABCD. So ABCD are the index. By default we have 0, 1, 2, 3 integer as index, but in series we have the option to define the index. Now print the series. So whenever you print the series, you will get the output or the index ABCD and data 10, 20, 30, 40. As soon as I pass print s dot head 2, here n is 2, so it will return top 2 rows from the series. So top 2 rows are AB 10, 20. So you can see the output over here. Next statement is s dot tail 3. It means it will return last 3 rows from the series. So last 3 rows 1, 2, 3. It means you will get answer BCD as index, 20, 30, 40 as data. So these are the two functions, head and tail. Next is arithmetic operations on series. As I already told you that you can easily combine two series or data frames, but the important thing you should keep in mind that arithmetic operation is possible on series or data frames of same index only. Their index must be same, otherwise NaN will return. NaN I already told you, not a number. So understand this with the help of some examples. Suppose S is a series with index 1, 2, 3 and data 11, 12, 14. S1 is another series having index 1 2 3 same as that of S and data 10 20 30 and data 10 20 30. Another series having different index 101 102 103 and data 100 200 300. Now perform some arithmetic operation. S plus S1, series S plus S1, because their index are same, so we get the result. 11 is added to 10 resulted into 21 12 and 20 32 14 and 30 44. So this operation will work properly. Second, S series S multiplied with S1, this also work properly because these two series have the same index, so data will be multiplied. You can see the output. But in the next series S1 minus S3, you can note that S1 have index 1 2 3, but S3 have index 101 102 103, which are different, so it will result like that. As I already told you that if the index will not same, you will get NaN as the result. So index are different, so you get NaN for all the operations. So I think it is clear to you. Next, vector operations on series. You know, vector operation means element wise operation. Suppose S is a series having index 1 2 3 and values 10 20 30. When you multiply it with 2, it will actually multiply 2 with all elements of the series. So you will get the output 20 40 and 60. So move to the next topic, and this topic is accessing data from series, means slicing. Slicing means dividing the series into small parts that we want. So we can do this with the help of index, and this slicing is we have already done in list. This works similar as we've done in the case of list. So take an example, import pandas as pd. S1 is a series object, pd.series, data is 1 2 3 4 as a list, and index, defined index are a b c d. So if we want to print only the first value, this is S1. So the output of S1 0 will be 1. This 1 will be printed as the result of this, because 0 index is created is this. We have defined the index ABCD, but implicitly it will be defined as 0 1 2 and 3. So S1 0 means 1. Understand? Next is S1 start, stop and skip. 3 arguments are given in the case of list. You have already studied in the previous classes. So we have not given the start value, but we have given the end value. So it will start from the first element, because we have not specified the start position. So it will start from the first element of the list and one less than the index passed in the stop. So we have provided 3, so it will take elements up to the index number 2. So what we get, index number 0 to index number 2. So take the output of this. Indexes are A B C, and values are 1 2 3. So start position is not given, so it will start from the first element. End position is given, and you know it take one less than element whenever you provide the last value. Here, because minus index is given, -1, -2, -3 and -4. So start position is -3, okay, but end is not given, end value is not given, so it will take all the element from start position to the last of the series. It means you will get 2 3 4 as data in this case, because -3 and end is not given, so it will retrieve all the series after -3 index. So you will get the output 2 3 4 and index B C D. Okay, so this is how slicing is done using index. The next and the new one way is LOC, means location. You are providing location value, defined index, rather than using default 0 1 2 3 index. And ILOC, another function in which you are giving the traditional 0 1 2 3 indexes. So let's take a look. LOC, we use this to find the elements using the defined indexes. Defined indexes other than 0 1 2 3. In this case, defined indexes are A B C D. So you can retrieve the data using defined index rather than using the default 0 1 2 3. However, if you want to use 0 1 2 3 indexes, then you can use ILOC. So let's take an example of it. Print S1. S1 is this list. Print S1.LOC. I already told you that LOC function use defined indexes B start up to D end. So it will take all the element from B in defined index to D defined index. So output will be B C D and data is 2 3 4. The next is S1 dot ILOC. So in ILOC we provide the traditional indexes 0 1 2 3 4 5. So we have given start as 1 and end is 4. So 4 minus 1 3. It means it will take the element from index 1 to 3. 1 2 3. It means 2 3 4. So output will be 2 3 4 with index B C D. So this is how we can slice the or assessing the data from series using indexes or just by label indexes using LOC function. Next, we can retrieve, access or filter data using conditions also. It means we can provide the condition as the index value. In place of index value, we can provide the provide some condition to filter the data. Print S1 square bracket where S1 is greater than 2. So it will check each element of S1 is greater than 2. If it is greater than 2, then index of that element will be provided over here, and you will get the result value of that element. So S1 is this where we have 1 2 3 4. So greater than 2, 1 is not greater than 2, 2 is not greater than 2, but 3 and 4 are the values which are greater than 2. So if you provide this condition S1 greater than 2, then you will get data as 3, 4 and index as CT. The next and the last point about the series is how we can drop or delete the data from the series. For this we have drop method. This method is used to drop the past index element from the series. So let's take a look. Print s1 dot drop 3. So when you print this, it will, you can see the third index data from the series will be deleted. You can take a look of s1. Third index data is 4. So as soon as you print the output of this, you will notice that the third index data is not here. So this is how we can delete or drop particular element from a series. So student, it is enough in the today's class, because in the next class we will discuss a fresh topic, data frame. Okay, which is very important topic of your syllabus. Many questions are from this topic in the board exams. So students, please revise the syllabus again and again, and make notes of this completely. I will give you the photograph of all these uh, materials so that you can easily make the notes of them. But I am requesting you to read the all topics 2 or 3 times at least, so that you can uh, clear the concept in your mind. Okay, and I have make a IP group, but many of you have not given your number. So to include yourself in the group, you should send your number and your name to me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you and have a nice day.